Okay, hi everyone, my name is Madison and welcome back to another video. So today I'm actually doing a book haul, which I didn't think I would do because I personally don't really buy books. I will buy books when it's my birthday, which is actually coincidentally yesterday. I buy books for my birthday, or I get gifted books, and I get gifted like gift cards, and I go out and buy books for that with that. But I don't normally buy books with my own money. I would rather take use of the library, which I normally read from more than my own bookshelves anyway. And I also just don't have the money for that. But I've gotten a lot of books. I think it was 17 in like the past couple months since I started my channel, and I thought I would go ahead and do a book haul. I have a feeling that I won't really be buying that many more books since my birthday. I'm saving up for gift cards for a later date, but I think I will do a book haul for like my birthday and then one at Christmas time every year with all of the books I've acquired for the first 7 months and then the last 5 months of the year. So let's just get straight into it. The first number of books are actually books I did kind of buy with my own money. I had a $25 Visa gift card left over from Christmas, so I went ahead and went to Second & Charles and bought a bunch of books secondhand. Bought 5 books, with one of them being a bind up of a trilogy with a short story in it for $30, which is really, really good. And they were all secondhand, all priced down. So from there, I got Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I read City of Bones not too long ago, about a year ago now, and I didn't like it at all, but everybody says the Infernal Device is way better, so I just thought, I would go ahead, give it a chance, see what I think, and went ahead and got this secondhand. It's not the best paperback. It's very stiff, and probably won't be that much fun to read out of. We'll have to end up breaking the spine, but I'm not really looking for pretty books, not when the prettier version of this paperback was more expensive. We love that for me. So the next book I got was The Martian by Weir. This one book that the Major Motion Picture was inspired by, and I saw the Major Motion Picture back in March or April of last year when I had freshman biology. And I really did enjoy seeing what I was learning about applied, and like, even though it was a science fiction movie, it was still applied in a really cool way. And I want to see that more in depth in The Martian. Plus, I've heard this is a really accessible adult sci-fi, and adult sci-fi is a genre and age group that I want to get more into. I haven't read a lot of that, so I think this will be a good starting place. Next, I have The Young Elites by Marie Lu. This is the start to the second series by this author that I will be reading. I'm currently reading the Legend series, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm excited to dive into more of her works and see her grow as a writer through all of these worlds. Be a lot of fun. And then next I have the Bind Up trilogy, which is the Inheritance trilogy by Jemisin. 1,442 pages is an extremely floppy paperback. I'm in love. And I'm so excited to dive into this trilogy. A lot of fantasy books I have read are by old white dead dudes, so this will be fun to dive into more modern fantasy with more representation and better characters and worlds. Don't get me wrong, The Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite fantasy series of all time, but hopefully I might find a new favorite in some of N.K. Jemisin's works. Then, finally from Second & Charles, I got the hardback of Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I mainly got this because my best friend, Aaliyah, has already read this, and she loves it. She loves Leigh Bardugo's works, and so I thought I would buy it myself and read it, even though I could have just easily borrowed it from her. It's fine. Plus, it was a pretty nice hardcover, and I just wanted to go to another book to complete my Leigh Bardugo collection. All I'm missing now is Ninth House. So the next 2 books I got a couple weeks ago when I went to visit my grandmother and help clean up her house and everything, do some organization, that sort of thing. She gave me a gift card to go and buy some books as an early birthday present, because I didn't get to see her until my birthday. That was the last time I got to see her, until my birthday. So she went ahead and gave me her present for me, which was Barnes & Noble gift cards, and I went to Barnes & Noble and bought 2 books I am over the moon excited for. I freaked out over these books. I almost cried because I was so happy to have them both in my hands because they're so beautiful, and it feels so surreal to see books pop up everywhere and to finally have them in your hands and you're so excited for them. It's wonderful, and one of which I've already started and am already in love with. So that one is The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan. Like, just look, just take in the beauty of this book because absolutely brilliant. Like, I'm sorry, who allowed this book to be so pretty? I mean, just look at that. It's amazing, and not only is the book beautiful on the outside, it is absolutely amazing from all 30 something pages I've read of it so far. Just absolutely in love with it. So glad I got this book. This was my most anticipated release for the year. This is a book that I mentioned in my mid-year book freakout tag. So happy about this one. And the other book I got from Barnes & Noble is also absolutely gorgeous, and it completes my Grishaverse collection. That's right, I got Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. Are there any other words? I don't think there are. It's just, and then I got the copy that has. I'm so happy right now. It's such a beautiful book, and I'm so grateful to have it. Like, what happened? I don't know. I can't stop smiling. It's great. I adore it. And along with Rule of Wolves, I also have the less pretty paperback edition of King of Scars. I know a lot of people like this paperback, and I guess I can see it, but I don't really like the color scheme. I honestly prefer the hardback, even though the hardback is not my favorite either. Just the gold and this kind of tealish green is not my favorite. I got it from Costco though at a very low price, and I'm just happy to have it. It's a very floppy paperback. I am very much grateful to have this. However, will be sitting behind my Shadow and Bone Trilogy books because I don't really want to face it spine out or front out. And next are all the books I bought with gift cards and books I was gifted. So me and my aunt yesterday went to a bunch of bookstores. I'll insert some footage right here that are just so brilliant, so beautiful. They were just amazing, and I'm in love. There was only one independent bookstore really near my house, and it was kind of in a sketchy place, but it was absolutely amazing. Just books stacked up everywhere and everything. And along with that, I went to Second and Charles again, and I went to Barnes & Noble, and both of us had a limit of buying 3 books at each for a time because I wanted to save my gift cards and everything. So what I did get, I'm so happy about. So real quick, the first place we went to is Barnes & Noble, and the 3 books I got from there are Crown of Feathers by Nicki Preto. Look at how amazing this book is. I ended up getting this book because one of my friends had read it, but she read it and then they took the ebook and the audiobook out of my online library, and none of my physical libraries have it right now. So I bite the bullet and buy the actual book. Plus, I started reading the webcomic for it on Webtoon. Highly recommend you go check it out. The art is absolutely beautiful. And I want to read this copy and then go back and read the Webtoon again because it was amazing from where I was caught up. And I'm kind of falling behind on my episodes, so it'll be fun to experience the story in both ways. Next up, I have a fairly new release that came out earlier this month, and I've seen so many people raving about it, and I thought, I would go ahead and pick it up. Also, the cover's absolutely beautiful, and that is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. Look at it, it's so beautiful. This is a gorgeous book, and I have a feeling it's going to be just absolutely magical, absolutely brilliant. And I'm just excited to see it. I also believe it's a fantasy standalone, which I'm here for. If it's a series, I'm also here for. So, I'm not picky. And finally, the last book I got from Barnes & Noble is surreal. Once again, to have this in my hands because I've seen it everywhere. And I'm so grateful and so happy right now. And that is Legendborn by Tracy. Deonn. Just look at how brilliant this book is. Like, look at that. I don't know, I'm in awe, I'm in love, and I'm so ready to dive into this story when I get the chance. Next up, me and my aunt ended up going to Second and Charles, where I once again got 3 books that I'm very excited for, and also they have a color scheme. They have a color theme. I'll show you once I haul all of these books. The first of which is Vicious by Schwab. I got this marked down simply because some of the gloss on the cover wasn't printed correctly, but I don't really care. You can't really notice it. I mean, if I go this far away, you won't be able to notice it. It's fine. and I'm so excited to have another V. Schwab book in my collection. I really need to read them, but I haven't yet because I don't know why. I think I'm just scared because I know I'm going to love them so much. But I have no excuse now. I need to get on it very, very soon. Hopefully before the end of this year. We'll see. And then next, I have a book that I've heard is very fast-paced, very good for getting out of reading slump. Plus, it is a murder mystery, and I am always here for the murder mysteries. I love those kind of stories. Just true crime or puzzle solving and mysteries are my jam. Is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Yeah, no other words are needed. Also, love this cover. And finally, I found this pristine hardback that was secondhand and like half price from its normal $20 to like $9, and I was so happy to find this because it's absolutely beautiful, and I've had this book on my TBR since middle school, and that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This book, no other words, it's just beautiful, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection now. It's just, yes, maybe I can finally get on it now that I have it and finish my middle school TBR. We'll see. These are my color scheme for the books from Second and Charles. I just love the red and black. I don't know, it just looks so great. And then finally, we have all the books from the trade independent bookstore that I got. I ended up getting 4, only really paying for 3. The 4th book is actually an ARC copy that you got for free because people had traded it in and unhauled it. All these ARCs that they couldn't sell because, you know, it's illegal. And so they were giving out 1 free book per person if you bought something. And so what I ended up getting is the ARC for Counting Down With You by Tashie, Bhuiyan, I believe is how you say it. I apologize if I said it wrong, but this came out at the beginning of May, and this is my first ARC copy ever. Love that I got it secondhand and love that the book's already out. But I don't know, it's just really, really cool. I don't know too much about it except that it's a fun, lighthearted rom-com and has made a lot of people really, really happy when they read it. So hopefully it does give me all the feels too. And if I'm in the rom-com mood again or I'm on the edge of a reading slump, I will make sure to pick this up. Love how floppy it is too. I love this. I'm so happy that I have an ARC. Okay, next book I got is a historical fiction book that I don't know too much about, but I read the back of it and was so intrigued. It is called The Secret Messenger by Mandy Robotin. It really talks about the Italian Revolution and a time in World War II in a place that we don't really learn about in school. I just want to know more about what it was like in World War II than the classic World War II stories that I learn about all the time. It'll be super interesting and really excited I could find this. And then next I saw all 3 of the books in this kind of trilogy series, whatever. But I got the first one, and if I don't like it, I can always trade it back and get the second one and trade it back and get the third, and that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I've seen the movie for this, thought it was pretty cute, thought it was pretty good, and I want to read the book and see how much better or worse or equal it is and just have a fun time, you know, that classic thing. And then finally, the book I got was Without a Dust Jacket, but I got it anyway because it was actually a sequel to a book I've just hauled, and that is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, the sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. So if I don't like the first book and I don't really want to continue on to the second, I can just return this. But I have both now, and even though this one is without the dust jacket, I wasn't a huge fan of the actual dust jacket for the second book, so I'm not complaining. And it'll be a fun time, so I don't really care. We're all good. So thank you all so much for watching my book haul. I hope you enjoyed 17 books for my birthday. That's a lot. I'm so excited for all these books. It's crazy to have some of these books in my hands and to really just have them so close to me and be so ready to read them. It's really amazing to see my book collection grow, even if it's just a few books here and there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like if you want and subscribe if you want to follow me along on this journey. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see me read some of these books very soon. If you want, if you've hauled these books recently, what your favorite was, that sort of thing. And if you have any suggestions for books I would like based on the books I've hauled, I'm always looking to add to my TBR. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!